Hello students. Things around us are classified into two categories. They are living things and non-living things. Things which have life are called living things. The characteristics of living things are nutrition, growth, movement, respiration, reproduction, response to stimulus, and lifespan. Today, we will learn Chapter 10 Respiration in Organisms. Observe the given figures. What do they do? Yes, they are breathing. What is breathing? Breathing means taking in air rich in oxygen and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide. The taking in of air rich in oxygen into the body is called inhalation. Giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is called exhalation. Breathing is a continuous process which goes on all the time and throughout the life of an organism. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called breathing rate. A breath means one inhalation plus one exhalation. An adult human being at rest breathes in and out 15 to 18 times in a minute. During heavy exercise, the breathing rate can increase up to 25 times per minute. Breathing rate is less at rest. Breathing is a part of respiration. What is breath? A breath means one inhalation plus one exhalation. What is breathing rate? The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called breathing rate. Why do we breathe? All organisms are made of small microscopic units called cells. Cells are the structural and functional units of all living organisms. Each cell performs certain functions such as nutrition, transportation, excretion, and reproduction. To perform these functions, the cell needs energy. From where does this energy come from? It comes from the food we eat. The food has stored energy, which is released during respiration. So, all living organisms respire to get energy from food. The oxygen-rich air taken into the body during inhalation is transported to each cell. In the cell, this oxygen-rich air helps in the breakdown of food. The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. What is respiration? The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. The oxygen-rich air taken inside the body during respiration helps in the breakdown of food and releases energy. This process is called cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. There are two types of respiration. 1. Aerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? When breakdown of food occurs with the use of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. When the breakdown of food occurs with the use of oxygen. It is called aerobic respiration. During aerobic respiration, the food is broken down into carbon dioxide and water using oxygen, and energy is released during this process. Learn this equation. Food is broken down in the presence of oxygen. In the presence of oxygen, food is broken down into carbon dioxide and water, and energy is released during the process. Second type of respiration is anaerobic respiration. What is anaerobic respiration? When breakdown of food or glucose occurs without using oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. When the breakdown of food occurs in the absence of oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. In the absence of oxygen, food is broken down into alcohol and carbon dioxide with the release of energy. Learn to write this equation. What is cellular respiration? Name the two types of respiration. The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. The two types of respiration are 1. Aerobic respiration, 2. Anaerobic respiration. Write the differences between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. The products obtained during aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide, water, and energy. The products obtained during anaerobic respiration are alcohol, carbon dioxide, and energy. Students, learn these two question answers. During heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking for many hours, or heavy weight lifting, the demand for energy is high, but the supply of oxygen to produce the energy is limited. Then, anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. The partial breakdown of glucose produces lactic acid. The accumulation of lactic acid causes muscle cramps. During exercise, some muscles may respire anaerobically. The partial breakdown of glucose produces lactic acid. The accumulation of or the collection of lactic acid causes muscle cramps. What is the solution for this muscle cramps? Hot water bath or massage improves circulation of blood. As a result, the supply of oxygen to the muscle cells increases. It results in the complete breakdown of lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. So, the reason for the muscle cramps is the accumulation of lactic acid. Students, underline this sentence in your textbook, page number 109. How do we breathe? We breathe with the help of some organs. They are nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. These organs form human respiratory system. Observe the figure, human respiratory system. Refer your textbook, page number 112. Lungs are present in the chest cavity. They are protected by the rib cage. A large muscular sheet called diaphragm forms the floor of the chest cavity. Breathing involves the movement of the diaphragm and the rib cage. Let us learn about the mechanism of breathing. The air that is taken into the body during inhalation passes through our nostrils into the nasal cavity. From the nasal cavity, the air reaches our lungs through the windpipe. During inhalation, ribs move up and outwards, and diaphragm moves down. This movement increases space in our chest cavity, and air rushes into the lungs. So, the lungs get filled with air. Students, observe the figure. During inhalation, ribs move up and outwards. The diaphragm moves down because it increases the space in our chest cavity, and air rushes into the lungs. During exhalation, ribs move down and inwards. Diaphragm moves up to its former position or initial position. This reduces the size of the chest cavity, and air is pushed out of the lungs. Students, note the difference in the movement of the diaphragm and the ribs. During inhalation, ribs move up and outwards. During exhalation, ribs move down and inwards. During inhalation, diaphragm moves down. During exhalation, diaphragm moves up to its former position. What do we breathe out? We breathe out air containing carbon dioxide. Breathing in other animals. Cockroach. The respiratory organs in cockroach are trachea. A cockroach has small openings on the sides of its body. These openings are called spiracles. Cockroach has a network of air tubes called tracheae for exchange of gases. Tracheae help in the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Tracheae are found only in insects and not in any other group of animals. The respiratory organ in earthworm. The respiratory organ in an earthworm is moist skin. Gases can easily pass through the skin. The respiratory organs in a frog are a pair of lungs and moist skin. Gills are the respiratory organs in a fish. The breathing rate is more in a fish because it is using dissolved oxygen. The amount of dissolved oxygen is fairly low compared to the amount of oxygen in the air. So, the breathing rate is more in fish. All living beings respire for their survival. Plants also respire. They also take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. Plants have tiny pores called stomata for exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Roots fix the plant firmly in the soil. The cells present in the roots also need oxygen to generate energy. Roots take up air from the air spaces present between the soil particles. Roots absorb air from the soil. In this lesson, we have learnt that respiration is a biological process. All living organisms need to respire to get the energy needed for their survival. Thank you.